tiny gap. But yeah, I'm the third pick, and I already know who I'm taking. So yeah, I'm drafting I'm streaming my whole draft, and then I'm gonna post to YouTube. I'm building the ultimate fantasy football team, bruh. The ultimate fantasy football team. 10 seconds. Let's go. I'm ready. Let's go. Also, this league's a bit different. Um, because the person we're doing two quarterbacks. So you got your flex, right? You got your flex, but then you have your quarterback flex too. You know what I'm saying? Or you can have a second wide receiver, whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. And then you got your bench too. So it's kind of a bit different. I'm in three different leagues. One other one is going to be like this. And then the one I do, the third one is not going to be like this. It's going to be a regular. The third one's going to be like a regular draft. But this one's kind of different. Um, but I like it because it means, you have to know the game more, I guess. And you have to know, like, it's a deeper draft. You feel me? It's a deeper draft because you need more players to fill those spots. But again, I'm doing this is a 12-man league, I think. Yeah, 12 man. Yeah. So it's a deeper draft, though. You know what I'm saying? So you have to have more deeper IQ. I know who I'm taking, bro. All right. Jameer Gibbs. Yeah, taking Jameer Gibbs. Of course, I wasn't streaming around this time last year. Well, 6 months. I guess I was. I wasn't streaming fantasy though. I didn't like do fantasy content, like sports content. But Jameer Gibbs led me to a championship. I should have been more on the football content back then. But I wanted to wait till the season started just so we go out from the beginning. But yep. Yeah, the bad part is I don't pick again until I'm 20 to pick number 22nd. I don't think. Yeah. Let's go to wide receivers. That's ooh shit. Yeah, CJ has already gone. I need a quarterback. I need a quarterback because it's a two quarterback league, and these guys are gonna go. I'm fine with like Bo Nix. He did good. I'm fine with like Bo Nix, Brock Purdy. They'll produce. Baker Mayfield's kind of iffy. I don't know about Drake May. Caleb Williams, he was all right. I mean, he's my the Bears quarterback. So I fuck with him heavily. But last year in fantasy, he wasn't doing good. You know what I'm saying? But it's a new year for Caleb Williams, so we'll see. Yeah, so I done multiple practice drafts too, so I kind of know who I already want to take. This one was harder to practice for, because I don't know, you can't really predict that, right? You can't predict that right every time because people are gonna do unpredictable shit. With picking players, who they take, stuff like that. So this was kind of harder to predict, and it was kind of harder to practice for. But I did practice for like my regular one. That was easier to practice for. You know what I'm saying? Once you get a rhythm down, have an idea who's going to be taking when. It's going to be a bit different. Don't expect it to be the same, but yeah. Damn, bro, can you pick it's your first pick, bro? You know what you want? She's been here 30 minutes ago. Damn, come on, bro. Yeah, this shit's too slow. Mm, I see like the report. Okay, here it is. Of course, he's not playing today. Top 5. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. What does it say about Bo Nix, though? Slow. Nick started his rookie season slow, but proved to be a quick, sturdy, showing marked improvement by October. Yeah, he was pretty good. I have faith in him. So I don't know why, but like when they called him for the draft, I don't because I don't watch college football, but they were like I don't know, I just liked his name, so I kind of like fuck with him since. And then yeah, he was on the team last year that helped me win my first ever fantasy championship. So Denver is one of the better pass blocking lines in the league. The quality. Team added tight end Evan Ingram. He didn't do shit last year, Evan Ingram. So you got something to prove to me. Yeah, you didn't do shit last year actually, because I had you for a bit, waiting for you to pop off, but you stayed on the bench, bro. Uh, Knicks already displayed strong chemistry. Cortland Sutton, they were okay. Cortland Sutton, he was like slow again, like with Knicks, of course, if the quarterback's slow, the offense is gonna be slow. He was all right. He was all right. Yeah, he didn't give me a winning team last year. Let's see, I wonder who. What receivers are left though? Yeah, see, we're already down pretty. All right, I'm taking. I know what I'm doing. Just like I kind of practice. I kind of practice in like I said. I kind of practiced in a sense. And so I'm 22nd. So I'll come back again at 27th. Kind of my back to back picks. As long as like honestly, as long as I'm like 3 or 4, you know what I'm saying. As long as I almost get like that near back to back where I can grab 2 players quickly, you know what I'm saying. I should be good. Because that's kind of what I'm in practice for. So I already know my draft spot in the last league I'm drafting for. Because that's not gonna be until like September 1st. But in that one, I have the first pick. Like I'm picking first overall. So I've been kind of practicing for that. Again, and then having those back-to-back picks, I like that. This draft, I didn't know what I was going to be until 30 minutes until you entered the draft until it opened. Um, yeah, and then the other drafts, the next draft we're doing on Monday, that's going to be the same way. You're not going to know your spot, so I don't know what I'm going to get. I could get like seventh, or I could get like a bad. I don't know. I want to avoid that middle because then if like it kind of doesn't matter if you get like 6 or 7 because you're just I don't know. It doesn't matter. You don't get those back-to-back picks almost. You know what I'm saying? That near back-to-back picks. That's what I want. You know what I'm saying? That's I don't know. To each their own though. Whatever you think will win. If you can get lucky enough, that's really all it's about, kind of. All right, bro. Can you run it back? My second pick. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. Yeah. See, Jaden Daniels is gone already. Yep. There goes Jalen Hurts. Yeah, I gotta get my quarterback quick. Oh, they took Patrick Mahomes. I'm surprised over Joe Burrow and Bo Nix. I mean, Patrick Mahomes is my boy, but he was. I heard last year I didn't have him. I didn't get him last year, but he was kind of having a slow fantasy year. But he could pick it up. I mean, he has his boys back. He has Worthy, Rice, if Kelsey. And they did a number. I gotta get Joe Burrow. I've gotta get Joe Burrow my QB1. I gotta get him. I'm just hoping he doesn't take him. I'm hoping Scott Jimbo Slice doesn't take him, bro. Fuck, dude. Am I gonna get? I don't know, cause then it gets sketchy. I don't know, cause Bo Nix, he's good, but to me, he's more of like a QB2 right now. He's still developing and still getting good. Okay, who do you take? Oh, he took Brock Bowers. Fuck, that was gonna be. Yeah, yeah. Draft Joe Burrow. Gotta take him. And then let's go to wide receivers. I gotta get a good receiver. Puka Nakua, I can't. I gave up on him too early. He got injured early in the season. I gave up on him too early. I should have kept him, so I don't mind running it back with him. All these are fine. These are fine receivers down here. All these. I'll even fuck it. I'll even take Tyreek Hill. He was on. He actually he was. He had a bad campaign last year. But he kind of picked it up at the end, and he was on the team that actually led me to my first championship. So yeah, and I'm gonna be talking about that all season. So don't worry, because it's not even 6 months old. You got to think the season it didn't happen. Didn't end damn near 6 months ago. So 6, 7 months ago. It's not even a year. It's not even a year yet. So I'll stop talking about it when next playoffs come around, because that's when I got to prove something. But right now I'm a champ, technically. All right, here we go with this, bro. Chase Brown. I got to see what other receivers are. Yeah, see, I want to take the. I know these guys are gonna be good. See, but then I want to draft T Higgins, but then no, you don't want to be too reliant on one offense. If Joe Burrow has a bad game, that means T Higgins might have a bad game too, or it might not though. It might not, but I don't know. AJ Brown, largest part age. Yes, where the wide receiver and second tight end these passes has a talent to recommend these targets. I'll probably have to take him, bro. He was overdue. It's third round, and he's supposed to be going in the second. That's what the report's saying. But I want Lad McConkey. I kind of want him though. It's rookie season, or he's opting over shit. Chargers had drafted McConkey in the second. They were right in a big. Oh shit! Wait, he took him, bruh. It's like he's probably watching. He's got to be watching my stream, bruh. All right, you know what? I'm taking AJ Brown. I gotta see what running backs are left too, bro. I gotta get a good running back. What running backs and quarterbacks are left? Because I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm not paying against the 40s. Oh, this gonna be tough. All right, what's it saying my next pick is gonna be? Okay, it doesn't show. Because on the app it'll show you like where your projected next pick will be. Then again, you can't really predict it though where it's supposed to be at. All right, Bo Nix. You got to really think about this, bro. I could yap all. That's what I'm saying. I could yap because I'm just thinking like, man. Okay. Because I don't know if I want to take my second quarterback like right away, or do I want to grab? Well, it doesn't matter because I kind of get the two picks back to back, but oh, it's getting slim on running backs. Notable ones though. You got Chuba Hubbard, Brees Hall. You still got Brees Hall available. David Montgomery, but I don't want him because I got 8, 9, 10. Fuck, I'm gonna be hurting on bye weeks. Let me back to back. Need to pick up a running back or something. Damn, it's gonna be tough. And it's a 3 quarterback league too, because you got your 2 flexes, then you need your one on the bench to alternate. For when they had their buys. Yeah, see, they're taking the running backs, bro. I gotta make a move. See, that's what I'm saying. That's fine. That's why I kind of like having the picks like kind of back to back almost, because you can make a risky move and then see, but I don't know, the quarterback shouldn't dwindle that much in 4 picks, right? Well, I gotta see what it's looking at the time when it gets to me. 2, 3, 4. See, that's what I'm saying. There's 4 picks in between me. Cause I want a good quarterback that'll fucking produce, bro. I don't want shitty people. I need a running back, though. I really need a running back. Fuck. Okay. I gotta see what it's looking like, but I'm hoping to take Alvin Kamara. I don't think I think he might be gone though. Either Alvin Kamara, Chupa Hubbard, or Brees Hall. That's who I'm aiming for. Or Tony Pollard. He'll be a fine running back too. I don't care what anybody says. Prove me wrong. Let's see in the season. And then I'm gonna quarterbacks. I'm shooting for Brock Purdy, but I don't think he's gonna be available. Fuck. So I might have to go. Damn, who am I gonna go, dude? Oh, I know who I'm gonna go. See, I don't know about Dak. He has some things to prove. He does have George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb. Um, damn, I don't know. Should I pick Dak? If he's available, I'll take either Brock. If Brock's not available, I'll take Dak. How about that? Fuck it, we ball. I will take Dak Prescott if he's not available. Because the thing is, I don't know about Caleb Williams. Justin Herbert, he's all right, but kind of mid. Justin Fields, I don't know. I can't speak on Justin Fields. I don't know his fantasy, his outlook. Drake May, I don't know too much. Jordan Love, he spends some time injured and then he does mid. Goff, I don't think he does. He doesn't do. I don't know. He doesn't do enough. This is interesting. McCarthy. I've been picking him. So in my practice trials, I've been picking McCarthy as my second QB. Yeah, see, but then I gotta get a tight end too. This is gonna be tough. What tight end? I haven't even looked at tight ends, bro. Of course, Dallas Goedert's fucking questionable. It's gonna be tough. I'm so sick of my plan. Oh shit! Oh shit! What's the running backs? Yeah, he's gone. Alvin Kamara's gone. Let me look at you, Robert, bro. I'm taking Brees Hall. If he's available, I'm taking Brees Hall. We should find out he's only turning himself drastically. Different offense. Okay, cool. Justin Fields. But it's true different man. And the volume. He had 7 carries in the. It's preseason. I'm taking Brees Hall. Yep, I will draft Brees Hall. I got my 2 running backs. See, let me get my quarterback now. Then I gotta focus on my second wide receiver. Then I gotta get my tight end or third wide receiver. To be honest, yes, this is hard. That's hard, bro. I gotta honestly. I'm more focused on getting my quarterbacks, my running backs, my wide receivers than I am a tight end because you usually don't depend on tight ends, but it's gonna suck for people that have high producing. When I go against people that have high producing tight ends like Brock Bowers, for example. Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna see. Hopefully he has it. Yeah, since I don't have. Well, I don't want to say anything because I might get him another league. So we'll see. All right. And then you know what? Once I finish drafting my team, I will read like the little I'm just doing it now to get the information on them. But once I finish drafting, I'll read we'll go through and read what the little stat sheet says, and because I watched it last year, so if I don't agree, I'll give my opinion on that. Because you're not gonna sit there and trash my damn team and tell me I picked trash. So, yeah. Let me get that second quarterback now. Oh damn, Dak Prescott? What they took Dak Prescott? Okay. See, people sleep. I don't get why, but people sleep on Brock Purdy. I know he had an off season last year, but he was good. He was good, bro. Um, he was still good. He still produces. And then this year it's even better. You know what I'm saying? They got McCaffrey back, and on top of that, they got Brian Robinson Jr. I think they just signed him. Just in case something. I'm guessing just in case something happens to McCaffrey, or if they split the work, who knows? I don't think that'll happen though. They'll probably keep McCaffrey at running back one, but yeah. So I'm just saying he has weapons. And then he has a few receivers. George Kittle. I think that's tight end, but George Kittle. Ricky Pearsall. You know what I'm saying? Jawan Jennings. I kind of spaced out on his name. I was thinking I was gonna pick. All right, taking Brock Purdy. Taking Brock Purdy. Let's get these two wide receivers out the way. Then I'll get my tight end. It's gonna be tough because I don't pick again till 70. 17 picks away. And your rookies too. You got to take chances on your rookies. That too. Let him in the draft. I'm just saying that because I might have to pick one. Like, yeah, I think this Tutorial McMillan. He's a rookie. So I'm the offseason. He did okay in the offseason. Travis Hunter, and that's interesting because it says look what it says. It says at the gate. In fact, may never hold on. But no, they were saying. So when I looked at his status earlier on this app, like it was like earlier this month or like last month, it was saying that he's not worth a pick because he's going to be on the two-way. You know what I'm saying? But now it's like saying this. Then that's all it said. They didn't have this big paragraph. It didn't have any of that. But now we're going to read that. But it's saying he won't be deployed full time right at the gate and may never be if he makes a strong impression on the offense from a jump. Started wide receiver to cut his snaps in offense in favor of defense. Right. I don't know if I want to draft him because I don't know. And then in other apps too, he's ranked. He's a wide receiver, but also he has that cornerback tag too. So I don't know. We got to see. He's a wild card for sure. Damn, look at all these bench spots, bro. It's gonna be a deep draft. Yeah. Oh, we took my man Bill. Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt. Took my man Bill. Call him Bill. All right, bro. What, 12 more picks? Yeah. I kind of like it better, like doing like I've never done it on the computer before. I kind of like doing it better on the computer because you can see everything on one screen. On the app, you gotta like flip through to see the draft board to see who picked what. I kind of like this better because, and then you can read. It's like I don't know. I get it was made for a computer, but I don't, I don't never use it on a computer. All right. Garrett Wilson. Yeah. Damn, fucking 4 wide receivers, bro. This man is crazy. It's gonna be a deep draft for sure. Okay, I'm gonna take. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna need that. Oh, I mean running backs, bro. Just 2. Okay. Damn. He's Damn. Well, 3 wide receivers with a flex, which can be a running back, a tight end, or another wide receiver. But damn, there's motherfuckers going there with 4 wide receivers, bro. If not, some crazy destructive get out of here. Crazy destructive fucking bug. Some crazy destructive, three running back combo. Running 3 running backs and 3 wide receivers. Huh. Damn. Yeah, you can't practice for this, bro. You can't. It's too unpredictable. You cannot guarantee that no matter how many different drafts you do, you cannot guarantee you're gonna get everyone that you know. It's gonna change too much. Shit, I think someone took Brock Bowers in the beginning of end of first round, beginning of second round, right? Let me go up. What's Brock Bowers taking? Yeah, it'd be the second round, right? It's Tony's first pick. Yeah, at the second round, he was taken. Yeah, 12 because 12-24 in the second round. He was taken. Brock Bowers gone second round. All right. It's almost my turn again. Okay. I want to see. I want to avoid. Actually, you know what? Mm, I was gonna say you could maybe in a league like this, you could maybe risk grabbing two receive. Max only two, but two receivers from the same team. But then I don't know. Then again, why that? No, that's kind of risky though because even if one has an off game, you know what I'm saying. If no, that's never mind. Ignore that because that's stupid. Because one could have an off game and that could totally sell your match. You know what I'm saying? Or both of them because they're on the same team. They could have offensive troubles and both be totally useless. Never mind. Scratch that. You don't want that. Bad decision almost. But on the flip side, if the team is good, again, it's all luck and risk. But on the flip side, if the team is having a good offensive day, shit, you're booming in points. But it's still not worth it though. Yeah, I'm taking George Pickens too. I don't care. I don't care what the report says. He looked good. Sus pause, but he looked good on the Steelers last season. She's projected more points too. Smith. Oh, he took him. He fucking took him. Right. I swear they're watching. They're watching me, bro. All right. With that, I'm taking my man Xavier Worthy, bro. Shout out Chiefs. You know what it is. Running backs are still available. Fuck. $4 weeks. He's good. He honestly, if I did it, if we weren't so early in the draft, I wouldn't mind keeping him on the bench. Joe Mixon is you. I would wait a month. I would wait the 4 weeks because he'll produce for you. He will. And he'd be good. He'd be a good flex. Like he's a decent flex at least. He'd fill that third spot decently. Because I'm trying to see, do I want to go with 4 wide receivers or do I want to run a third running back? You know what I'm saying? See, I just don't. I don't. Everyone else, like, they're not guaranteed points. I saw Pacheco. Let me see what the report says on Pacheco because he had a weird his season was weird last year. I know he got injured, but then he came back and he almost like him and Kareem Hunt. He like lost his spot to Kareem. Yeah, yeah. After a sluggish finish the last season. Yep. See, you're my boy. See, he's the last one, but let me see if I can get another receiver, bro. Yeah, see, I'd rather. That's what I'm saying. I'd rather run Stephon Diggs at a flex. This would be my third receiver. Okay. Let's see what the report says. Shit, they're saying I don't know because I've read it on different apps. It says different things about Stephon Diggs. Then you got Rashee Rice. See, you got Rashee Rice, but I know they're both gonna get reps, bro. I know they're both gonna get. If I had to pick, see, no. You know what? I don't care. Shout out my Chiefs. Shout out my Chiefs. I'm taking Rasheed Rice, baby. Yeah. If Diggs is available, by next pick, he's going in that flex spot, and then we're gonna get that tight end. If not, I gotta see. I gotta look. Because I don't see anyone that I want to run in that flex spot like the receivers, bro. Maybe Pacheco, but he's too iffy. I saw him in the preseason, but again, you can't. That's preseason, bro. Joe Mixon will be more on my bench, honestly. If he's still available, if I can get him, I'll put him on my bench, and I will wait that 1 month because he's worth it. He's well worth it. So let's pause. Brian Robinson Jr. 100%. Actually no, because we don't know. His playing time might be now. Yeah, and he's competing with Garendo too because they got rid of Mason. Mason's on the Vikings, I believe. But I feel like his playing time will be dependent on Christian McCaffrey missing time, or he'll take a second seat to Christian McCaffrey. Okay. Is Deebo Samuel still, or is he gone? Deebo Samuel, he might have a revive role. I don't know. Yeah, I think he's gone. I don't think he'd be this low. I think he'd be above these guys. Tyler Lockett, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna take that. I gotta see. What's his? Is he injured? Ton of targets, unfamiliar scheme under another started repair knee, uncertain. Is he? So what about his injury though? Regular practice participant. Okay, he avoided the PUP list, the pup list, but the veteran wide receiver actually the Patriots takes the Bishops next month. Well, make a mark early on in the season unless the team confirms his status will be worth monitoring. Fuck. Okay, let me look this up, dude. I gotta look this up on my phone. I gotta really. If I'm gonna burn a pick on him, bro, because he can produce, but I gotta. Okay. It's AI though. It's saying he's expected to play, but that shit could change. How likely? See, it's. If he's available, I'm taking him in my flex. I don't care what anybody says. I'm taking the risk. If not, this is a deep draft. I can always pick up. Oh, Jacoby Myers though. Jacoby Myers. Jacoby Myers. I've been getting him in my drafts too. But see, that might work out, all right? But then he has Geno Smith though. Geno Smith's gonna be passing that motherfucker. No. Lone target. See, I just think, but I think Stephon Diggs and his offensive scheme, I think he's gonna get. He's old, but he might get more targets because of he's playing for the Patriots, bro. I got what, 4 more picks? What's everyone else taking? Tight ends, wide receivers, quarterbacks. They're probably picking their benches, no? No, they gotta be. That's too many spots to fill, bro. This one is kind of hard for me. It's kind of hard, bro, because it's like, what do you? Because yes, you want to also build your bench up, bro. But there's like this. It's so deep. It's like you're gonna have like randoms on your spot because you want to fill the. You also want to fill your main spots with point producers. You know what I'm saying? All right. Fuck. Do I want Jacoby Myers or Stephon Diggs, bro? Jacoby Myers. They're saying he's gonna do better. All right. I'll take Jacoby Myers. How about that? I'll switch it up. We'll put Jacoby Myers there. Purdy. Now let's run for a tight end. Let's see what's left in tight ends. Would not mind Tucker Kraft. He was all right. He had an all right campaign last year. Would produce. I want to try. I don't know. I just don't know because he's on a new like offense, but it's with Bo Nix, and we already know that Cortland Sutton is going to be his number one option. Evan Ingram wasn't good last year for me, but then he had a new offensive scheme. Ooh, I want Dallas Goedert. 4 yards and one tee shot, reach 500, tee shot for 6 instead of season. He's injuries. Still, there's value in Goedert's role. He's the clear number one tight end for Eagles, and that is true. That is true because that's right because of AJ because the offense is so overpowered. I'm taking Dallas Goedert. That's who I'm taking. Just like I practice. I don't care what anybody says. I'm taking Dallas Goedert. The defense is gonna be struggling to they're gonna be worried about Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Saquon Barkley. Yeah, it spreads the defense too thin. That's almost worse than the fucking Ravens. I think that is worse on the Ravens, bro, because of what you got to worry. The Ravens don't got a. I don't want to, but they don't got a main receiver, right? They just got Derrick Henry. Well, you get Rashad Bateman, but he's more at least in fantasy he's a boomer bust player. I don't know about. I'm not saying real games, but in fantasy, Rashad Bateman's kind of a boomer bust player. But you got Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. Those are the main threats. Mark Andrews, he's kind of a threat. But on the Eagles, you got more like threats to worry about. I'll take him. Let's hope for a better season. We'll take the risk. If not, try to get a good bench tight end. Picking next. Who you picking, bro? I took Geno Smith. That's a good pick. Let's try Dallas Goedert. Take him. Brock Purdy. All right, we're not gonna worry about the kicker, obviously. Not gonna worry about the defense. Let's start building our bench. Don't get me wrong. Like it's important. The defense is important, and it can't help you win because it helped the defense. So my defense did help me win last year's again championship. Yeah. So defense is important, but right now you got to focus on building a good bench, especially in a deep league like this. Because I did not realize this is fucking 4 receivers, 2 running backs, I know it was like 3 quarterbacks. You had to draft 3 quarterbacks. I just didn't know it was gonna be this deep on your bench spots because you want a good bench in case anything goes wrong with your players and to cover buys. Yeah, see, that's the only problem. I got it too. Yeah, fuck, I kind of fucked up. Let's see what we can get in these bench spots. I gotta see. Yeah, I have too many. Yeah, too many buys lining up. Yeah, that's 3 buys in one. 2 buys before that. Yeah, it's tough. It's just too tough to see, bro. Because it's yeah. 1, 2, 3. 3 buys in 1 week. 2, 3 buys in week 9, and then 2 buys in week. I think I can manage that. Let's see what's on the bench. Let's see what's left on the bench, bro. Let's try to get a third QB. What's up, Jackson Dart? You look good. Sus pause, but you looked good in the preseason. Moving for Ole Miss. Simple singing. Long-term quarterback. He was shot. Yeah, he looked good in the preseason. But again, it's preseason. two of which resulted in touchdowns. Talking about Jameis Winston after Dart took a hard hit. Giants coach said afterwards the rookie merely had the one knocked out of him. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Of course, and I would, of course, the popular opinion if I had, if he was gonna get playing time, and if I feel like the Browns were actually gonna play him, I would take Shador Sanders. But I don't even know if he's available. Is he? Someone already took him already. But I would take him. Yeah, I don't think, or he might be deep down. He should. Someone might have taken him already. But I would have taken Shador Sanders if the Browns were to start him, which I understand why. You know what I'm saying? I understand why they wouldn't. Let him get some experience first. I get that. But yeah, maybe like next year, 2 years from now, yeah, you're gonna see Shador on my roster. I might have to pick him up this year. Who knows? And someone took Ricky Pearsall. I feel like Ricky Pearsall is gonna have a good breakout year this year with Deebo Samuel gone. Brandon Ayuk is hurt right now, so we don't know what's going on with that. It might be his time. Him, Jawan Jennings. Yeah, it might be. I don't know who's the third then. Who's the third receiver? Because it was usually it was Deebo or Brandon Ayuk, but they're both they kind of have an issue. Well, Deebo's on the Commanders, so Ayuk's hurt. So who's their third then? Yeah, I think I'm gonna. Yeah, Jackson Dart. Let's go with the rookie. When does buy though? 14. Okay. No, no, I can't do that. Because Brock Purdy's is 14. This is gonna be tough. Okay, now this is kind of tough. I'm glad I saw that before. Yeah, I should have been player coach section the bye weeks, bro. This is gonna be tough. Week 10 is gonna be the toughest for me. That's the one that's gonna be tough because I got my quarterback and my two receivers gone. That's gonna be tough. And that's kind of deeper in the season, so I want to win that. But besides that, because that's just a tight end that's going out, I can replace Dallas Goedert, and then running back, hopefully I'll have a good bench running back or someone I can pick up. See, and then week 8 again, I can kind of flip flop. I can make do with that. I can make do with that. See, I don't know if I want to put my. Okay, when's their bye week? Joe Burrow is 10. Brock's is 14. Okay, this is gonna be tough. Yeah, I might. I might have to put my faith in Aaron Rodgers, bro. Or Daniel. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I might have to pick Aaron Rodgers, bro, because this shit is Joe Flacco. But see, I think he's gonna. I don't know if he's gonna be playing deeper in the season. Kirk. I don't know. Yeah. All right. Due to like me not having faith in everyone and anyone else, maybe Sam. Seattle, because he's on the Seahawks though, isn't he? Let me see what it says. Maybe Sam Darnold. I don't want to. Dude, I don't know. I mean, but his point, like his season's gonna be better last year because he's on the Vikings. That's why it doesn't matter. Dude, I don't know. Aaron Rodgers, bro. He's fucking. And this isn't a regular league, so this isn't how I would regularly draft, bro. This is kind of like this is a deep league. All right. Is there anyone else I want, dude? He has Jackson Smith Njigba, right? Fuck it. I had Aaron Rodgers last year. Fuck it. I'll go Sam Darnold. I'll draft Sam Darnold as my backup QB. Yeah, Diggs is gone. Do I have any yeah, I do. But also, do I have any receivers? Yeah, that's 10, so I could slip. Let's see. I'm gonna be fucked for 8 though. Everybody, I can't have him, bro. Oh yeah, I can. I just be down those two week 9. I made this really hard. I should have been paying attention to the bye weeks. I might have to do some flip flopping around with these people. Right, trade. What does it say about Arnett Mooney? He had a mid-year last year to me. He's okay. This is tough. I don't know. Hold on, I saw. You know what? Adam Thielen. I was looking at him. He was pretty good. McMillan, but oh, he's 35. I didn't know that. Oh, he's old. How did I know that? He had a good year last year. I think that's why in fantasy at least. All right, you know what? I'm gonna take Cooper Kupp. I can flip these around. I can do this. I know the bye weeks, they kind of line up. I can flip these guys around with receivers and all that. As long as they all don't have the same bye week, you know what I'm saying? I can kind of flip flop. I can make do with that, and then pick up people off the bench. And next draft, I got to pay attention to that. All right, now let's see what running backs are still available. This is tough. And that's what I'm saying too. You can't always trust the. So I know what it said. It was like, oh, Jackson Smith and Jigba is like the number one option, bro. Like I get that, but you also can't trust the fantasy outlook every time because there's numerous times where like so last year, for example, when I drafted Mark Andrews, I think he was like top 5, and it was like, oh, Mark Andrews should go as a top 5 tight end or whatever. And then he proceeded. He got don't get me wrong. Mark Andrews in fantasy, he started slow, but he did get to that level. But I'm saying it took him some time. So, but like they were hyping it up from week 1. So you also got to take risks. You know what I'm saying? You got to take risk and kind of go with your gut on some things. And then sometimes there's just no one else looked appealing to me. So I was like Cooper Kupp. You know what I'm saying? He had a decent year last year. know what I'm saying? He's going to the Seahawks where there's not many options. They gave, like I said, they gave away DK Metcalf. You got Jackson Smith Najigba, however you say his name. But he's kind of younger, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I see Cooper Kupp getting some, some points, some reps, some production. I don't see him just going scoreless, you know what I'm saying? Or I don't know. He is kind of. I know he's older. I know there was issues too, like finding him like a team to go to. I know the Rams were having issues with that. Got 11 more picks. Yeah, I'm gonna do some flip flopping for sure. Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold's covered each of their individual bye weeks. I'm trying to map this out now, yeah. Sam Darnold Matt cover their individual bye weeks. Joe Burrows and Brock Purdy's. Or I could pick a receiver and run them, you know what I'm saying, if I don't want to run Sam Darnold. Because there's always many players you could pick up, you know what I'm saying, too. But you want to have a good bench, you don't have to. Okay, so these are the bye weeks. Okay, so that'll cover the quarterbacks, the 10s. AJ Brown. Okay, so for him, what's his bye week? I have to put Cooper Kupp wherever I get there, right? And then same with the running back. It's gonna be tougher. So week 8. I'd say week 8 through 10 is gonna be tough for me. But after that, I shouldn't struggle too much. Those are the only 3-week stretch I'm gonna be worried about because I'm gonna be missing players. But again, we'll see what it's looking like then. Is Joe Mixon? No, they probably took him. Yeah, Joe Mixon's probably gone. Oh no, he's right here. All right, then I'll take Joe Mixon because he can sit on my bench. So what? It said the first 4 weeks, right? I'm gonna need him. I'm gonna need him in those bye weeks. So yeah, if he's still available, I'm 100% taking Joe Mixon or however long. You know what I'm saying? Let's see how long he's talking, right? He rebounded from the playoffs. He's no guarantee. That's fine. That's fine. That is fine. That is fine. He can be on the pup list at least the first 4 weeks. Okay, that's fine. We that's fine. That is so fine with me. Miss the first 4 weeks, bro. I don't need you until week 8 through 10. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm taking Joe Mixon. I am taking Joe Mixon. Oh yeah. Sus pause, but I am taking Joe Mixon. Oh yeah. My savior. And I got no week 6 buys on mine. So I can flip him around too. Good pick. I don't know. I just had him in previous fantasies and he produces every year. So. Alright. So we already got my bench quarterback. Let's try to get a decent tight end. I say anyone on any given night because Jaden Daniels, you know what I'm saying? Because they got a good, not trying to glaze Jaden Daniels, but if you got a good quarterback, any one of your tight ends, receivers can have a great night on any night. You know what I'm saying? So now Jonnu Smith, this is gonna be interesting. So I wonder. It says that he's not in a good situation. What? But he probably won't get the chance to build on it this season. I don't know about that. We'll have to see. See, I don't agree with that. I feel like he's gonna be more of a weapon than they think. You know what I'm saying? Especially with Aaron Rodgers. No, am I yapping? But yeah, I'm more looking at Zach Ertz just because I know Jaden Daniels. Actually, let me get more running backs and receivers first of all. Let me do that. Let me get more running backs and receivers before I even go. Yeah. All right, Let's try to get a good running back. See, I want to pick him up, but I want to pick Nick Chubb because did he? I don't want to talk because I think he did good on the Browns last year, didn't he? Or wherever he was at, wherever he was on. I think he was on the Browns last year, wasn't he? Whatever team was that, he did good. I think in fantasy. Likely, see, yeah, see, but he wouldn't be if he could add the points. Because I'm trying to think, but would I ever want to run Joe Mixon and Nick Chubb at the same time? Because he's gonna be Nick Chubb's gonna be likely running back one, right? Well, I don't know. No, I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that. He's the only one that looks good to me, though. Let's check him out. I gotta see, dude. Yeah. Alright, I'm taking that. I'm taking it. Yeah, he doesn't have a bye till 14. That's what I thought. So I can mix him in, but I hope he gets reps, bro. I hope they use him or incorporate him in some way. You know what I'm saying? Especially with what he was saying about Garendo. We're gonna read that later at the end of at the end, but dude. I hope they incorporate him, bro. I hope they incorporate him. But okay, see now I got some. If everything goes right and they're healthy, I got some backups I can put in for my running backs for Gibbs, and for Brees Hall for those bye weeks. I'm only gonna need one of them. Let's try to get receivers. I got two running backs. Let's try to get a receiver. Brandon Ayuk. Once his. Because again, I don't care if they're hurt right now. This is my bench. So if they're back in time for those bye weeks, that's all I care about. And if I know they're gonna be good producers, like once they come back. But Brandon Ayuk, I don't know. See, then again, when he comes back though, it might be different. He might take a seat to Ricky. No, I don't think so. No, I don't see him taking a seat to Ricky Pearsall and Jawan Jennings. But then there's still so many offensive weapons though. Them, Kittle, CMC, Brian Robinson. So his offense is kind of crowded. What's the deal with Keenan Allen? So I hate what's his bye week 12. I don't know. He was good on the Chargers, but when he went to the Bears, bro, it was kind of off. He was off. He dropped. So I think, but he's back with the Chargers now. So I'm thinking maybe he's gonna orientate back into there. Yeah, the 30-year-old won't be the Chargers' number receiver anymore, having passed down to Lad McConkey, do some of his best work from the slot. I don't know why I was compete with Trey Harris and Quentin Johnson playing time with not much chance of big time. See, I don't like that though, because he's back home. But yeah, that's true. Fuck, time to change. Marvin Mims Jr. But see, my thing with that is Cortland Sutton is the main receiver, no? Does Rip Fitting Side of can combine some of what he did last year with some of what he did at Oklahoma? First, he became Broncos coach. For rotating wide receivers in Denver. And he had some touchdowns last year, didn't he? I know he had some. Yeah, he had some touchdowns. Marvin Mims Jr. Let me look. Adam Thielen, but then it's a new atmosphere in Carolina. They had a new quarterback. What does it say? De facto number front unmanned. He also has a bye week of 14 though, right? I would need. Is it crazy? Is it crazy to go with Adam Thielen this deep? Because I mean, I know 3 touch. What? 5 touchdowns last year. Receptions, 615 yards. I wish it would let me. Okay, it does show you. This is just. I just know he produced. I think he was good last year. I think he was a good receiver. I think he was a good receiver. Let me look. Let me look on the app. I gotta see. I gotta make sure. Okay, I can't. Well, yeah, it's not showing me because it doesn't show you how much, like how many points he scored. You know what I'm saying? Or I don't know. Xavier. Oh, so there's other options besides Adam Thielen. It's tough. Bro, I might take Marvin Mims Jr. I might take Marvin Mims Jr. Especially with Bo Nix, bro. I will take Marvin Mims Jr. Yeah. Yep. I feel like that's acceptable. I mean, he has a chance. How old is he too? I don't know how old he is. Oh, he's young. He was just drafted in 2023, bro. Yeah, he's young. He has time to develop. Adam Thielen's old. You know what I'm saying? Plus, I was reading on the app. They're talking about trade number. Something's going on with the Vikings, or I don't know. I don't know if I don't know. I was reading it right. Let me see. Let me see again. Oh, it says unlikely. Okay, it's unlikely now. I say let me. Yeah, I'm gonna rock with Marvin Mims. If he's available, I'll take him. And then his bye week is until 12. Perfect, perfect. He can fill those slots. Yes, yes. Okay, we got it. We got it, bro. I would Hollywood. Damn, he's still on the Chiefs. Hollywood Brown. I thought they let him go because DeAndre. Because what they have Rasheed Rice, Xavier Word. Well, they probably kept him all. They probably kept him on the bench, I guess. Because they got Rasheed Rice, Xavier Worthy. They got another receiver too. I can't think of his name. All right, you know what? I'll take Marvin Mims Jr. Let's see these receivers now. So I got two. I can play with. I can mess around with this. How many receivers I got? Two. All right. Now let's take. I need running backs. Let me see my running backs. 8, 9. I got two running backs to fill those. Okay, I got that. How many bench spots I got? 1, 2, 3, 4 left. I already got a backup quarterback, two running backs, two receivers. Let me get a backup tight end now. Actually, no. Let me get a third receiver. Let me get a third backup receiver. Cooper Kupp, Marvin Mims Jr. Let me get a third backup receiver to help fill that. I'm trying to make. I'm just like scrolling to make sure. Looking their bye weeks like I should have been. 8. All right. 10. Yeah, so I should be good with just 3 bench receivers because the bye week should never all line up where I need to replace all 4. Um, but I might pick up a fourth just in case for injuries and stuff like that. And then running backs, I should be good having two running backs, 2 and 2. Jameer Gibbs, Brees Hall, and then Joe Mixon and Brian Robinson. I could sub them out for their bye weeks. Could low key, if if he's recovering, if he comes back as a running back one, could low key throw Joe Mixon. Depending on Jacoby Myers, don't throw him at the flex too. So we're good on running backs, I feel. Yeah, let's get another wide receiver really quick. Let me look. Ooh, what's the saying about DeAndre Hopkins? Opportunity. No, come not even. Hey, bro. Let's read what's going on with Jalen McMillan. See those bye weeks. 8, 10, 10, 9. So he would have the same bye week as AJ Brown. Again, I'm not really worried about the IR because I don't need him until later on in the season anyway, and he can do good. I had him last year. He helped lead me to that championship. You know what? I'll draft him. I don't care. I don't care. Going off last year, and what I know, I don't need him until later on in the season. I'm not banking on him either. He's more of a backup option. Um, yeah, we're good on that. Let's get that backup tight end now. Let's see what's left. My man, I will. I don't care. I'll take Jonnu Smith as a backup tight end. I will throw risk on that. Just because he had a good year last year. Who I had to look up the Steelers' depth now though. Hold on, because he's on the yeah, John. He's for the Steelers, right? Oh, that's right. They got DK Metcalf. That's where he went. Caleb Johnson back. Is that hold on? Who's there? Because they gave up Pickens, right? I only know. I don't. Then I got. I think they might have got some rookies though, right? He's only talking about his college. I know he joined last year. Okay, so they have. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Let's look for. I want like kind of a high performing tight end that'll pick up my bench. So he's on the Steelers too, though, right? Yeah. Oh, him and yeah. So they have Jonnu over the. Hold on. So that doesn't make sense. You're saying he's not gonna have a good. Well, I guess like all the receivers and stuff. The competition. Okay. Jonnu Smith still expected to use Jonnu in income at 10. And double time formations, split targets, right? With wide receiver DK Metcalf, most new carry. Yeah, I don't know. So let me see what it says about Fearmouth. Patrick Fearmouth. I'm gonna call him Fearmouth. Get that kind of opportunity this season. Traded for John Smith. The Paralyzed play a lot of double for. Right, but you can only run so much, so you're gonna have to pass it. I don't like that. See, like, oh, coaches, a run first offense. I get that, but you're gonna have to pass eventually. You're gonna have to use your receivers and your tight ends in somewhat. Um, because Fearmouth, he was okay. He produced last year. Cade Otton, ooh, let's look at Cade Otton. I would not mind having on my bench. He has a limited competition for playing time. He has also increased his production in each of his first three. I'll take Cade Otton on my bench. Oh no, I might not though. Yeah, Goddard. They got the same bye week. Damn, I want Kate Otten. I'll take Cole Kmet. Yes. Yes. 4 TDs. Sam Laporte. Yeah, okay. It's love on the line. Bears pride, baby. Bears pride. I'll take Cole Kmet. I do not care. I'll take Cole Kmet gladly. Because Caleb Williams uses him. He gets a decent amount of reps. And again, he's gonna be on my bench. I'm not depending on him, to do well. He's not my starter, just my filler. So two running backs, four receivers. And also too, I don't care what anybody says. If he wasn't injured, Joe Mixon is a running back. Like he's a running back one. I do not. He's a running back one or running back two. I do not care what anybody says. He's running back one for Texans, but I don't know if his like production is up there as a running back one. To me, he is. He was good. I liked having him on my team. So yeah, he's a running back one to me. So the fact that I got him, I'm like I'm really happy that I got him on my bench. I'm really happy. I'm really happy. Really happy. Cole Kmet, come to daddy. Come home to Chicago. Come on, bruh. Taking forever, bro. I feel like this deep in the draft, you should like kind of be looking at your picks and you already know who you want, bro. I mean, because that's what I'm doing. I'm sitting here going through, deliberating. All right, bro, come on. Actually, no, there are hard decisions to be made, I guess, because you want a good bench too. You want your bench to be good, so you got to make hard decisions. Honestly, I might do something crazy because I already have my two receivers, my three receivers. I mean, I already got my three receivers. I already got my two running backs from my bench. I've already got my starting lineup. I might take Kate Otten. And you know what I'm saying? Because I might sub him out if Dallas. What if Dallas Goedert doesn't perform well enough? I want Kate Otten. I don't know why, but I want Kate Otten. So I might burn these two picks on Kate Otten and Cole Kmet because I still have space. You know what I'm saying? I still have space. All right, let's take Cole Kmet from my bench, and we are taking Kate Otten. Battle the tight ends on this bit. I don't care. I've already got what I need. I got my supporting cast. I got my starters. Mainly, so here's the thing: is like I can get every year. Well, I'm usually lacking, but I have this year. I've got good producers. I think I'm good with what I got for receivers and running backs and quarterbacks. Now I'm aiming, because I don't got a top tight end. You know what I'm saying? Dallas Goedert, he's good, but he's not. He's not Brock Bowers. He's not George Kittle. He's not gonna produce. Actually, I might be yapping. Maybe he will produce 20 points. You know what I'm saying? I'm not familiar with him, so I want to kind of get fill in for that spot. So Will Komet produce high this year. Will Kate Otten continue to increase his usage, like it was saying in the thing? So that's my thought on that. That's why I guess I'm just burning. I guess to you it might be dumb, for your strat if you don't draft this way, but to each their own. It's a battle of luck. You know what I'm saying? May the best man win. Maybe your strat might be done to me. I don't know. But I've got my main cast. I've got my supporting cast. I'm confident in them. Um, well, I'm kind of, I guess, in reality, I'm iffy on Sam Darnold. I'm iffy on Cooper Kupp. It's new atmosphere for them, but um, again, they're my bench. I'm not week in, week out, I'm not counting on them. I'm just counting on them for 1 week. I got Brian Robinson Jr. I'm confident. I'm interested to see his role in San Fran. Because they used I'm assuming they're going to use him how they use Deebo Samuel, kind of, right? I'm not familiar with his game. I'm not familiar with like his pet. I don't watch Commanders like that. I just know Jaden Daniels, obviously, but I assume they use him in that similar role because Deebo Samuel could be a running back too, is what I'm saying. So we've seen how they could kind of use that role, aside from using Christian McCaffrey, for all the reps. Marvin Mims, I'm iffy on him, but I did see him, watching the Denver Broncos last year. I did see him perform. So McMillan, he can perform too. Again, these are injured, but I don't need them till later on in the season, and I'm not depending on them. Let's get that Cade Otton. Let's take Cade Otton. Just feeling it for that tight end role. Get some support, just in case, they just see who's better, who produces. Kickers and defense, you can kind of, those are weekly things. But you know what? Yeah, you know what? I'll get a kicker and I'll get a bench kicker too. That'll be my last. That'll be my last. That'll be like my last pick, I guess. Defense, you can drop those weekly. At least I do. But I guess it is a good idea to have like a good kicker and a good backup kicker. But you don't depend on kickers to lead your team to success every week. So yeah, let's get that Cade Otton and then we'll get our kicker. Cade Otton, and then we'll focus on kickers and defense. Now I'm hoping for McLaughlin. Chase McLaughlin. 11 offensive. Yeah, he was good. I checked this. I drafted him on other apps. He had a good year last year for kicking, I think. Jason Saunders. I wanted the Cowboys kicker. That's what I really wanted because he did good for me last year. But he might be off the board, I think. Yeah, I'm not seeing him. I'm not seeing Dow. I see Ball, but not Dow. Yeah. Yeah, whatever kicker's available. Again, I'm not too dependent on them. They can. Don't get me wrong. They can win you a game. I have seen crazy games where like a kicker went off, for like 20 points or something, and I did change the game. But they can. But again, it's not every week. It's not something you, I guess, plan for, like depend on. So yeah, just kind of wait for them to pick, I guess, and yeah, I'm ready to analyze my team and kind of explain my decision making and explain my thought process. Take my receivers. Let's get a kicker. Eh. I'll get one kicker. I'll get my starting kicker, and then I won't. Actually, no. I'll take it, and I'll take a bench kicker. You always want a backup. You always want a backup for each role. Besides, defense is, like I said, optional. Get off me. Coming up soon. At this point, well, I guess no. These last, I was gonna say at this point you should just have auto draft on, but no, because these last little in a deep draft like this, these matter. Like these picks matter, and you got to really strategize and think. Yeah, I'm actually kind of proud with this, bro. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see if it all works out. See if I get lucky enough. I would say don't pick teams with the same bye week, unless you have a bench that can accommodate. Because that's the only thing I'm looking at. These weeks, eight through 10 might be iffy for my whole team. But then again, I have the person. I do have the person. I feel like I have decent personnel to back them up and to fill in those roles those weeks. But yeah. But then again, in a league, in a draft this deep, though, it's going to be kind of hard not to draft people with the same bye weeks. I get it, it's right there. But if you want, you know, what I'm saying, say you want point producers or you want certain people, if you know if you practice and you want certain people on your team, it's going to be hard not to have draft them with the same bye weeks. Who's he gonna pick? Wait, cool. And so I used to take Harrison Bucker because, like I said, a Chiefs kind of a Chiefs fan. I used to take Harrison Bucker like in the early rounds, but he's not. I don't know. I don't put much emphasis on the kickers. I also took Chase McLaughlin. Took him. Ah, beast mode. All right. You also want to, like, with this, I guess, try your best to strategize a team that's going to be kicking a lot, which means they're going to be scoring a lot, right? Actually, I'll take Tyler Bass. I'll take him because I assume you got to assume that, right? It's one regular season game, yeah. And you got to assume that the Buffalo Bills are going to score a lot, so he's going to be at the line kicking a lot, right? I'll take Tyler Bass. I'll draft him if Jimbo Slice doesn't take him. All right, bro, pick him. Come on. All right. Where's he at? Draft him. So that, and then Young. I'll take Young Hoku. I'll take him as on my bench on the Texans. Saunders. I don't know about Miami. I don't know about Jason Sanders, bro. Because sometimes Miami they can have off. Their offense can be off sometimes, bro. So he might not see the field a lot. Yo, if you know why Justin Tucker's suspended, it's funny, bro. I'm not gonna go into it, but it's funny. It's bad. I mean, it's bad. Don't get me wrong. Like, it's bad and just like desperate, but it's funny. Draft Tim. Where's my? Okay, there we go. Team defenses. Got that last. All right, who should I pick? What's going on? All right, bro, come on, pick it up. It is the last pick now. Like you should, you're say. I say like you're safe to be on auto draft, unless you really want that last player. You know, if it matters, or if you need that last spot. But all right, bro, come on. It's not all right. All right, all right. Come on, bro, sis, whoever. Pick your last person. If you're gonna just wait the clock, I'll just put on auto draft. All right, pick your last person. Let's go. Keep it going. I gotta. Actually, I didn't pick what defense I wanted. Saying Green Bay's defense gonna project 170 points, bro. Fuck it, we'll take the Rams defense. I'll go with LA. California love, baby. Shout out California, LA, Los Angeles, baby. If it gets to me, bro. All right. Come on, keep moving, people. Go. It's the last pick. It doesn't matter. Well, it does. It does. It does. If you're true, like if you're true strategy, but it should be your last pick should be like a random bench player, your defense, no, or a kicker. All right, bro. Come on. Come on, bro. All right, come on, bro. I'm chilling, waiting for you. Make your move. Bro. So you take Chase McLaughlin and then you hold up the line, bro? Come on, bro. All right, bro. All right, Sweetness. Let's go. Let's go, Sweetness. Damn, 240 picks. That's crazy. We drafted 240 players. That's crazy. Well, not all players. Minus the defenses. So what about 200? Minus 12 defenses? You gotta assume 12 to 24. So about still roughly about 200 players we drafted, bro. I say 12 to 24 because there might be people. I don't know. There might be people with here that have two defenses. You know, a starting defense and a bench defense. I don't know. So that's why I say that. But then again, if everyone just drafted one defense, then there's 12. But yeah, you know the math. All right, let's go. We're moving along now. Damn, I take my defense, bro. It's Cali Rams. It's Cali Ram, bro. Block party. Okay. Then let's go Green Bay. We'll go Green Bay defense. It's projected 170. All right, bro. Come on. You're literally holding me up. I just want to finish the draft, bro, so I can go over my results. I'm a person just like you. We really took the whole clock, bro, at the end of the last pick. Trying to piss me off. Let's go Green Bay. We'll draft Green Bay defense. I'm completed. My team is made. All right, let's get these last two picks going, bro. You low key, if you got your team completed, you should be able to just leave the draft. Like you should be able to just go. Because I don't want to wait the extra 2 minutes. You know, it might take up the extra 2 minutes to. I know it's not a big deal, but 2 minutes. But yeah. Okay, bet. Right, let me see. Does it tell? Okay. Should be loading. All right, so we're gonna go over my team. Yeah. Well, I'll just go over from here. I don't want to waste the time. What it will closes in 10 minutes. We'll try to finish this analysis before 10 minutes. All right, we'll try. I think we will. Burrow rebounder. So Burrow rebounded from a 2023 wrist surgery to lead the NFL in a slew of passing attempts. Passing stats last season, including attempts, 652 completions. Efficiency wasn't quite. All right, bro. All right, I'm not gonna read all this because it's just like stats and it's gonna be BS anyway. So I'm gonna give my own opinion. So Joe Burrow, obviously QB1. Saw him in the preseason. He's all right. I didn't have any. I don't know. It's just Joe Burrow. You know what I'm saying? He's been in the Super Bowl. He can do it. He has weapons. On the offense. No, I don't see like a bad. I don't see why he wouldn't be a QB1. AJ Brown. I think he's wide receiver one per my research and for everything I know. A crowded offense, I'd say, but if not, if he doesn't get the ball, then that opens up Dallas Goedert. So I'm not really complaining about that. He is my wide receiver one, so I kind of expect big things out of him, out of that offense, out of the Eagles. Xavier Worthy. So let me explain this. I drafted both of them because I feel like they're gonna be like kind of Steph and Clay, like Splash Brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like not really, but it's gonna depend on Patrick Mahomes. But I feel like that's a pretty so. I mean, if you watch football, you know the Chiefs are a pretty high high offensive producing team. So I think no matter what one of these guys are going to eat, if not both, multiple touchdowns per game. It's Patrick Mahomes. He has his weapons. He's healthy. Now, of course, I am concerned about Rashee Rice. And his legal case. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how it's gonna play out. I know he settled it like with the legal with like the court system and all that, but he still has to get his NFL punishment. So that's what I'm kind of worried about, and that might be a suspension later on. If not, you know what I'm saying? Again, I have the personnel to replace him if need be, or I will pick someone up if need be. But yeah, that's the only thing I'm really worried about here. I'm hoping no injuries or of course no injuries for the team at all. Um, but yeah, that's the only real thing I'm worried about. And then of course on their bad days when they both don't produce, like I mentioned earlier in the stream, um, yeah. But I don't ever see that be. I don't know. I just don't see. I don't know. It could happen. It could happen where they both like have a bad game, but I don't see it happening often. I see them, being more prosperous, more producing, more than not. So yeah, Jahmyr Gibbs. He was on my championship team last year. You got to take him. Um, yeah, there's no question about it. I think honestly he might top two running back. Well, per fantasy, I think it's Bijan Robinson, Saquon Barkley, Jahmyr Gibbs. But I think I'll take Jahmyr Gibbs. He's fine. He's a fine number one pick to take. He's definitely gonna get a lot of reps. Hopefully he stays healthy. Everything goes good. Nothing much to say. I'm just gonna continue glazing if I do. So, Brees Hall. So with him, I had him last year. He didn't lead me to victory. He had a good season though. With him though, I feel like the fire's kind of under because I saw seeing something. It was saying how he didn't get a big like running back deal. You know what I'm saying? So maybe he's under fire. Maybe he has that fire in him. Maybe I'm just yapping, but maybe he has a push. You know what I'm saying, to actually go out and try the season. So that's why I kind of put that's why I drafted him, because I was like, he has motivation to play and to try hard, and to get to get those points and to produce. So yep. Dallas Goedert, like I mentioned earlier, was kind of more of a like strategy. I was kind of going with the outlook on this because again, I'm not really good with drafting high producing tight ends. It's not Brock Bowers, it's not George Kittle, so yeah, Dallas Goedert. It said that there's a lot of offensive threats, and we know AJ Brown is one of them. So I'm hoping if maybe AJ Brown can produce, maybe Dallas Goedert can produce for me, or best case scenario, they both can produce for me. But I just know it's a crowded offense of the Eagles. But I just think I think I don't know. I just think Dallas Goedert, like there's definitely like more worse options you could take than Dallas Goedert. I think he's going to be a decent tight end. Should produce. Again, the Philadelphia Eagles has a high producing offense. Saquon Barkley, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith. They have producers on that offense. High producing. They use all the weapons. So that's why I kind of chose him. Jacoby Myers, I didn't know much about him. He seemed like a good flex from the outlook I was reading. I read something about how he's like he's not producing as much, but he's more like on other apps he's more like a wide receiver 3. Yeah, and also I don't care what anybody says. I got to see how Geno Smith plays for the. I think let me look it up for make sure I'm not yapping, but I think Geno Smith is the quarterback for the Raiders now, right? Yeah, he's the quarterback for the Raiders. I got to see how Geno Smith plays with his new offense. He has weapons. Brock Bowers, Jacoby Myers. He has weapons on that team. So never count them out. Never count Geno Smith out. He's all right in my opinion, and I feel like at least in fantasy terms, he's gonna produce. All right, Brock Purdy, no question about it. That's Tyler Bass. Brock Purdy, no question about it. QB2, don't see why he wouldn't be. He produces. He has his weapons back. He has new teams: Ricky Pearsall, Isaac Arendo, Brian Robinson, Christian McCaffrey, George Kittle, Jawan Jennings. Again there. I feel like that's another so. I feel like that's a sleeper producer. Not okay. George Kittle's can produce. But I feel like that's like a still you don't. They're not like as high producing as like the Eagles or the Chiefs, you know what I'm saying? Or I'd say the Ravens almost too. So that's I feel like the 49ers are going to be like a sleeper team because everyone's kind of, in my opinion, from what I've seen, everyone's kind of Brock Purdy out, talking shit about him, you know what I'm saying? But I think he's going to come out swinging this year with his most of his pieces back. Whenever Brandon Ayuk comes back and then gets adjusted in the offense, it'll be even better. So yeah, Tyler Bass, I don't know, just needed him as a kicker. Green Bay needed a defense. Sam Darnold, don't know what he's gonna do. He did well on the Vikings, but again, he was on the Vikings last year with Justin Jefferson. Very different system, very different team. So yeah, I don't know. I just took a risk on him, and I needed a filler quarterback. So we'll see. He has options. He has players. He has Jackson Smith-Njigba. He has Kenneth Walker at running back, and then he has Zach Charbonnet on the bench too. So they have some weapons. I'm not sure they're tight. I'm not sure of all that. But yeah, I just kind of needed him as a filler. Cooper Kupp, same thing. Oh yeah, Sam Darnold. Okay, he's been playing with Cooper Kupp too, so maybe they can get something going. I'm not depending on it. I'm not dependent on my bench. I'm hoping they can fill in for my bye weeks when I need them. Injuries will happen. I'm gonna need them to fill in then, but I'm not 100% completely dependent on them. So let's hope Cooper Kupp. Let's hope he can produce. I mean, he had a good. I know he opened up for the Rams pretty good last year. I can't see. I don't know. I didn't watch him enough. But he seemed like a good pick for for a bench spot and for someone who I think is going to produce. So yeah, I'm confident in that. Joe Mixon, of course. Like I told you, he's a running back 1 in my eyes. Had him last year, produced a lot. I don't, and again, he's going to be on my bench, so I'm not dependent on him coming back and coming out swinging. Again, I'm just going to need him that for those weeks when I need fillers. Besides that, besides trade value, I don't have much else in terms of much else planned for Joe Mixon unless injury, and like I said, the bye weeks, unless injury happens. But he's still a good spot. He's still someone to have. Yeah, he's still a good running back to have on the bench. Same with Brian Robinson. I'm interested to see how the 49ers are going to use him, if they use him. I think they will, just based on how they use Deebo Samuel. I know Deebo Samuel is more like a receiver, but they're capable of doing run plays, you know what I'm saying, and not just around Christian McCaffrey. So yeah, I'm interested to see him. He might, he might be a bust. He might not even produce. He might just be on a bench. I don't think so, but we'll see. We will see about that. But yeah, I think he's a good running back to have just because of his role in Washington. Hopefully he produces for me, man. That's all I can hope for. Marvin Mims Jr., like I was glazing him, kind of. He had a few touchdowns that I saw when I was watching the Broncos. Hopefully he gets the number 2 role to Cortland Sutton only. And then Bo Nix too. I'm familiar with Bo Nix. I had him last year in fantasy. Watched him. So hopefully he uses Marvin Mims like he has. I've seen Marvin Mims get touchdowns. So again, I'm not dependent on Marvin Mims. He's just another bench player that I need for those bye weeks. And if injury happens, he can maybe fill those too. But I'm not 100% like, boom, I need him to produce 40 points a week. All right. Jalen McMillan. Yeah, again, bench spot filler. Pretty good. I feel like I'm going to have an upside having him. I had him last year. He produced pretty good. We got to see what it's like in Tampa Bay this year. It's a different year, different season. So it's going to be kind of different, but he's injured too, of course. But again, I don't need him till later on in the season anyway. Again, just bench, not depending on him to go out there and get 25, 30 points. If he does, that's good. Maybe I'll start him. Maybe I'll put him in my flex. But again, he wasn't drafted with the prospects of him like being my be all or see all, D all, go all, die all. Yeah. So Cole Kmet, Cole Kmet and Cade Otton, I'm just kind of messing around with tight ends here just to see. Cade Otton, he's a high producer. Sometimes he produced good for me last 2 seasons I've had him. He has his games where he produces good. So that's why I wanted him, because I know he can produce. And like the thing said, like that look said, it said that he could, he gets more production each year. So that's why I wanted to have him as a good bench spot, and just to see if he ends up being, a better option than Dallas Goedert, for me in fantasy. And then same with Cole Kmet. I drafted him because I know he gets a lot of reps on the Bears, or at least from what I see. Again, what I see with my own eyes, he gets the ball a fair amount of times. Makes good plays. He's very efficient. It was saying hasn't been out in like 5 years or something like that. He was only targeted 55 times, but he was saying he's consistent. Right. Hasn't missed a single game in his 5-year NFL career, while Loveland's still recovering from James shoulder. So he's more the tight end option to me, tight end 1, right? And then he's in a new NFL system with Ben Johnson and everything. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just messing around with tight ends here to see what's going on with Cole Kmet and Cade Otton. And then Young-Ho Koo. Yeah, I just needed a kicker, man. So yeah. All right, bro. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna end this draft when it's complete, and then we'll see. All right. So you can see I took Jahmyr Gibbs, first round, pick 3. Joe Burrow, second pick. AJ Brown, third pick. Breece Hall, fourth pick. Brock Purdy, fifth pick. Xavier Worthy, sixth pick, and so on. So yeah, man, that's my team. I hope we do it. I hope we win it. I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty hyped for this team. Let's see if I picked right, man. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. But yeah, I exited out too early. Because I forgot this is a thing. But I wanted to read the draft summary. Because it kind of glazes the shit out of me. So yeah, it tells me let's look at my draft report card, right? A+. EJIZZLE2000's draft report card. I drafted third. I was third in that pick, obviously, as you know. So let's go ahead and read the recap, right? EJIZZLE2000 strutted into the draft like a rock star, snagging an A+ grade and a projected record of 11-2-0. With a solid third pick, they clearly had their eyes on the prize, drafting a lineup that's set to light up the scoreboard with a whopping 2,409.19 projected points. Sure, the schedule is no walk in the park, ranked 7th toughest, but that's just an extra layer of spice to this fantasy feast. And let's not forget about those 4 players on bye week 8. It's like a mini vacation for them, right? Yeah, that is true. This is gonna be tough, but I got the personnel. I got the personnel to back it up. So don't come for me like that. Or at least I think I have the personnel to back it up, and whoever's gonna be available at the time that looks good. So yeah. Despite a few questionable choices like picking Brock Purdy a bit too early, no, that's not a questionable choice, because I needed a second quarterback that I knew was gonna produce. I don't think. See, that's what I'm saying. Again, I think people are sleeping on Brock Purdy, even fantasy. We're gonna see. Maybe I'm just yapping, but from what I've had in the past years and what I've seen on TV, he's gonna perform well. I think this is a steal. I don't think this is a questionable choice. I think it's a steal. If you really know fantasy, this is a steal to me. But if not, I guess let me know in the comments what you think. Did I draft him too early, or should I have waited a bit longer? Let me know what you think about Brock Purdy. I think he's gonna perform well. Whatever. Well, let's see. EJIZZLE2000 managed to ace the draft overall. Their best pick, Xavier Worthy, was a steal at 70 when the ADP said 62, proving that they know how to play the game. With 8 teams making the playoffs, it's all about positioning, and with a projected finish at first, EJIZZLE2000 is clearly in it to win it, so buckle up, fantasy fans, because this season is about to get wild with EJIZZLE2000 leading the charge. And saying my best draft pick was Xavier Worthy. Worst draft pick was Brock Purdy. ADP analysis. All right. Taking it earlier than ADP. Inside the draft. All right, fuck it. I guess we'll read. I don't know. You guys can read this on your own, though, if you guys really want me to. Going on, like, let me know in the future if you guys really want me to read the projections, and I'll read this, like, word for word in the comments. Let me know if you guys really want me to read this stuff or just skip over it. It's just details, and it's stats, yes, but some of this is, like, incorrect yap or, like, pre-yap, you know what I'm saying? It's not even right. And it's just gonna be wrong in the season, you know what I'm saying? Or the season's gonna happen, and then the outlook. That's another thing. The outlook is just gonna change. It's gonna change week to week. You know, it's a week to week league, so I don't take this to heart. Unless it's like a consistently good player in fantasy and in real life, I really don't take this to heart. You know what I'm saying? And things can change week to week. But I did want to read one more. Hold on, let's see if I can get to it. Draft. Let's go draft grades. Draft results. I don't know if it's gonna. Let me see. League. Can I access his decision overall? I'm trying to see if I can. How do I get to his draft grades? How do I change this? Because I'm trying to see like the other people's like their draft grades. I can do it on the app. I just don't know how to do it on the computer. Okay, let me look at. Okay, here. Let me see here. Here we go. Okay, because this one was funny. This was hilarious because this this is my dad's one because I'm in the league with my dad, so that's why I'm reading this. All right, Sweetness's draft, a masterclass in how not to draft. Yo, Sweetness entered the draft with high hopes, but it seems like they took a wrong turn somewhere around the 9th pick. With a draft grade of D minus, damn D minus. They might want to consider a new strategy like drafting players from a different planet. Yo, the projected record of 112-0, 1-12. Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy right here. Has them sitting comfortably at the bottom of the league, which is a great place to practice their "we'll get them next year" speeches. To add to the fun, Sweetness managed to snag 3 players from the same team, proving that sometimes it's better to diversify your portfolio. Unfortunately, one of their picks was so far off the mark that it could be a case study in how to miss the ADP by a mile. With the 9th toughest schedule in the league, it looks like they'll be battling more than just their own roster. But hey, at least they'll have plenty of time to plan their next move because the playoffs are definitely out of reach for Sweetness. Let's look at his team. Hold on, before I looked at his team. To me, I don't know. It's questionable, but he has a lot of people that could boom. So let me go to league. Or let me go to players. I know. Let me go to league. Let me go to league. Can I access his? Yeah. Okay. So trying to show the damn picture. Damn. There we go. I'd rather show the picture. You guys can actually see a picture of the player I'm talking about. Bo Nix. He can boom. He can boom 100%. I was gonna draft Bo Nix if I didn't take Joe Burrow. Bo Nix is next, and that's my guy. He has Malik Neighbors. He can definitely boom. Zay Flowers. See, and I was explaining to him when I was talking to him. With to me, and maybe I'm just yapping because I don't. Maybe I don't know if I have enough IQ. I guess Zay Flowers gets a lot of reps, yes, but there's so many weapons on that offense that like he was never like consistent. You know what I'm saying? From what I watched, like you had Rashad Bateman, you have Mark Andrews, you have Derrick Henry. You know what I'm saying? You have a lot of offensive pieces moving. So for me, I never saw like Zay Flowers consistently boom, boom, boom. Maybe like years ago, but maybe I'm just yapping. You know what I'm saying? But he can't. Don't get me wrong. He can boom though. He can boom. Chris Olave, if they get the ball to him, he can boom. I seen him play on the Saints. I don't know what he did last year. I don't think he was all that well last year. But if they get the ball to him, maybe. Ashton Jeanty, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Yes. Get him in the background there. Ashton GT. Yeah, I think he can boom. I saw him in the preseason. I don't watch college like that, so maybe he's good. I don't know. In the preseason, from what I saw in the preseason, he's good to me. No question, good pick. Got my man Bill. What's up? My man Bill. I don't got his picture. Ja'Cory Croskett Merritt, but he likes to be called Bill, so we call him Bill with all respect. I was just, making a joke at first. But from what I saw in the preseason, I didn't watch him in college. From what I saw in the preseason, I don't know if I would have drafted him and then put him like starting. Because he's starting. So I don't know. Maybe unless he let me see. Check for now a roster spot. Oh, okay, so he does have a role. He was good. He did from the preseason. Okay, I was gonna say it's too risky to draft him. I mean, the man doesn't have a picture. You know what I'm saying? But not trying to be focused, but um, I wouldn't have drafted him and put him in. Now I guess that was a good call on my dad's end because he is making. I guess he's promised a week one role or he has a week one role. But to me, there's definitely other people I would have taken before putting him in the starting spot or selecting him. Yeah. But hey, we'll see. We'll see. Travis Kelce, for me, you can say what you want about Travis Kelce. He's on my Chiefs, so gotta glaze the Chiefs. Gotta glaze them. Gotta glaze them. But he can either have he could have an off year like last year, or he could have a boom year this year because the pressure's on him. People are talking crap. You know what I'm saying? From what I saw in the preseason, he was catching passes. He looked good, but that's preseason, so he can't hold anything to T. And then he has Tyler Warren. So interesting. He has a tight end in his flex. So what? Yeah, because he has QB, wide receiver, wide receiver, wide receiver, running back, and then two tight ends. That's interesting. Yeah, I don't know much about Tyler Warren. I didn't watch him in college. I'm not gonna trash him. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see. We're not the coach are talking. I know they got Daniel Jones over there. With Tyler Warren. So that could be something new. You know what I'm saying? New system. Never counting one out. No matter what happened last season, it's a new season. So yep, that was okay. It's an okay pick. I consider taking Tyler Warren. In some of my fantasies, I did take Tyler Warren too. Jordan Love, questionable. As the label reads, it's a questionable decision for me. Just having him in previous years, he's good and he can produce sometimes. Other times he's mid. But a big part, though, a big factor is that he's injured. Um, yeah, so that's what I'm kind of criticizing. Yeah, he's injured a lot. He's even questionable going into week one. To have him as your start, I guess. But again, this is a deep league too, though. It's a three quarterback. Because you got to have one alternating for the buys. It's a three quarterback league. With 12 people drafting, so that's 36 quarterbacks, bro. You're gonna be stretched for some reason. He's not a bad quarterback to take at all. Don't get me wrong, he's not a bad quarterback. I don't know what other options were left in the draft at that time, so I'm not gonna dog him. Braylon Allen, I don't know too much, but I've heard that him and Breece Hall are gonna be splitting touches this season. Supposedly that's what I've been researching. What I've been seeing. So yeah, he might be a solid pick. Now the reason I think they rated him so low, let's go Trey Harris. I think he's new or he's a rookie. I'm not too sure. I don't know the LA. I don't know every single like NFL player. Like I know most of them, but now I don't know like Trey Harris, the new guys. Yeah, this spring. So he's new. They just drafted him. Never mind, I'm yapping. So they just drafted him. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. So the thing is that I think I rated him so low because he has a lot of like Bretton Strange. I think he's new too, or he's newer. Hamstring and surgeries. Yeah. Selection in the 2020 NFL. Yeah, he can boom too. You know what I'm saying? It's a new season. You never know. New tight end. Evan Ingram's gone from Jacksonville. So Daniel Jones, he can boom. Easy. He got the starting job in Indianapolis. He's a new tight end. I don't know the receivers. I'm not familiar. But yeah, I mean, I saw Daniel Jones on the New York last year. At first I was against him. Getting the starting role over Anthony Richardson, but then I looked at the stats and I understand. But with my own eyes, what I saw, I think I prefer Anthony Richardson over Daniel Jones. But the stats say that Daniel Jones is better. So we're just gonna have to see. But yeah, Daniel Jones supporting you, man. You got the starting role, so let's see what you can do on the Giants or the Colts. I mean, Andre Iosivasas. He's the third. I think so. He's gonna be the third receiver. So it's gonna go Jamar Chase, T Higgins, and him. Okay. Number 3 wide receiver role, but yeah, having him, he's on your bench, so that's fine. He'll probably still produce. Roshan Johnson, don't know too much about him. Newer, rookie season, so he's like 2 years in. Roman Wilson, he was part of the reason why I was scared to take John or Pat Freiermuth because I didn't know what the receiver situation was in Pittsburgh. But yeah, I don't know. I think I should have. I would have been fine taking him. I don't. Because what was a wash. I don't know. I don't know him too much, but I don't know. I feel like I would have been okay taking Fearmouth or Jonnu Smith. I don't know this guy too much. Cameron Dicker kicker. Chris Boswell. That kind of rhymed. Cameron Dicker kicker. That's funny. Um, two kickers. Their kickers don't put an emphasis, and then he has his defenses. So I'd say I'm only doing this because this is like my dad. That's why I'm like giving him shit, or not giving him shit, but I'm just like on his page. I'd say I don't know. I feel like I feel like the system or like Yahoo's definitely sleeping on him. We gotta see. We gotta wait till the season because he could boom. But then again, these players could be like they don't look appetizing at the first look. But then again, some of these are rookies we haven't even seen in action. You know what I'm saying? So they could boom. Chris Olave could have a good season this year. So yeah, excuse me. Yeah, I just wanted to go in. So that was just extra content I wanted to add in. Wanted to go over the draft results and stuff like that, and flex that I got like an A plus. But of course, we'll have to wait until the actual season begins. So yeah, man. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like, comment. Let me know what you guys think. Did I draft good? Did I draft well? Would you guys have drafted better? Obviously, Yahoo thinks I drafted good, but that's Yahoo, so we don't know. So yeah, let me